Imagine waking up one morning and realizing the money you trusted your entire life never really existed. Not stolen, not lost in the market, just gone. And here's the uncomfortable part. This has happened before. Again and again. To smart people, institutions, governments. The biggest financial scams in history didn't look like crimes at first. They looked like opportunities. That's why this topic matters right now. Because every generation believes it's too informed to fall for the same tricks. And every generation is wrong. Money only works if people agree it's real. Scams don't break that rule. They exploit it. In the 1600s, the Netherlands was one of the richest places on earth. Global trade, shipping empires, serious money. And then, tulips. Not land, not gold, flowers. Rare tulip bulbs became status symbols. Then prices started rising. People stopped buying tulips because they liked them. They bought them to sell them to someone else. Contracts were traded. Promises of future tulips. People flipped bulbs they never saw. At the peak, a single bulb could cost more than a house. Then one auction failed. No buyers. Confidence cracked. Prices collapsed. Fortunes disappeared in weeks. No fraud, no criminals. Just belief reversing direction. That pattern never disappeared. Fast forward to 720. England is drowning in national debt. Enter the South Sea Company. It promises enormous profits from trade with South America. There's just one problem. The trade barely exists, but the story is perfect. Government backing, royal approval. Insider hype. Shares explode upward. Politicians invest. Celebrities invest. Even Isaac Newton invests. Then reality arrives. The profits aren't there. The stock collapses. Lives are destroyed. Newton later admits, I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. That sentence still explains finance better than most textbooks. Now strip scams down to their simplest form. Money comes in. Returns are promised. Early investors get paid. Using money from new investors. As long as money keeps flowing, the illusion survives. Charles Ponzi didn't invent this. He just named it. In 1920, Ponzi promised 50% returns in 45 days. Risk-free, guaranteed. People didn't ask how. They asked how fast. When withdrawals exceeded deposits, the math snapped. There was never profit, only motion. Scale that idea across decades. Add credibility, add trust. You get Bernie Madoff. Madoff didn't sell excitement. He sold stability, steady returns. No drama, no surprises. That made people relax. Banks invested. Charities invested. Universities invested. His numbers ignored market crashes. Ignored recessions. Because the numbers were fiction. In 2008, too many people asked for their money back at once. $65 billion vanished. Not lost. Never real. Then there's Enron. Once called the smartest company in America. Energy innovation. Awards. Prestige. Behind the scenes, debt was hidden. Losses were erased. Profits were created on paper. Executives sold shares. Employees were told to buy more. The stock collapsed. Pensions evaporated. Executives walked away rich. And now, the present. Crypto. Startups. Decentralization. Different language. Same structure. FTX was sold as safe, transparent, advanced. Customer money was secretly moved. Risk stacked on leverage. Losses hidden. When confidence broke, $8 billion were missing. What's fascinating isn't who falls for scams. It's when. Scams thrive during certainty. When basic questions stop being asked. Where does the return come from? What happens if growth slows? Who carries the risk? Because here's the truth. Most financial scams don't end when they're exposed. They end when money stops flowing. The math always wins. And every scam looks obvious in hindsight. Which leaves one final question. If history keeps repeating the same pattern, and belief keeps beating verification, how sure are we that the biggest financial scam in history is already behind us?